Hello fellow subscribers, please enjoy this short story. Title: I, 26F, accused my fiancé, 28M, of cheating and left our home. My fiancé and I have been together for 6 years, engaged for 2, and we're planning our wedding for November 2024. The incident happened last Monday. I woke up around 2 a.m. to use the bathroom and saw a message pop up on my fiancé's phone from someone named Angie. It read, "It was good to see you again, and I had a lot of fun. We should do it again sometime." Out of curiosity, I took his phone to the bathroom with me and scrolled through their chats. Although there was nothing sexual or flirty, they had several conversations about meeting up at her place and the fun they were having. This confused me because he had told me he was busy hanging out with his sister, whom he hadn't seen in a long time. He had invited me to join them, but I declined, wanting them to have their sibling time. Overwhelmed by suspicion, I started crying uncontrollably in the bathroom. My fiancé heard me and rushed in to check on me. When I saw him, I told him not to touch me and asked him to explain the messages. He looked at the phone, laughed. And that laugh made me even more upset. I locked myself in the spare room. He tried to apologize through the door, saying his laughter was a tired, automatic reaction to the absurdity of the situation, but I didn't listen and told him to leave. The next morning, before he woke up, I packed some of my things and went to my sister's house. I've been there since, too scared to go home. He texted me that morning, apologizing again and explaining that Angie is a nickname for his sister, Angelina. He suggested I check with his family or look at social media posts from their meetup for confirmation. I responded angrily, calling him a cheater, but he didn't address my accusations. Instead, he reassured me that I could come home whenever I was ready to discuss everything and decide how we should move forward. Now, I'm afraid to face him, worried he might end things over this misunderstanding. I realize that I overreacted and acted immaturely. I want to fix things, but I'm not sure how to approach the situation or make amends for my behavior. How should I handle this? What steps can I take now to start repairing our relationship? Update. I'm not sure what to do now. My fiancé has left me. This morning, I was preparing to go home after staying with my sister. Before I left, we had a final talk, and she echoed much of what others have advised. Suddenly, the doorbell rang, and my sister went to see who it was so early on a Sunday. To my surprise, it was my fiancé. I was initially relieved and went to hug him, but he pushed me away, which really hurt. We went to the guest room for privacy, and although I won't divulge all the details of our conversation here, the gist of it was tough. He expressed how childish he thought it was for me to have stormed out without discussing the misunderstanding with him. He mentioned he could have forgiven that, as misunderstandings happen, but he couldn't overlook the way I acted afterward, ignoring him and avoiding any contact for a whole week. He said my ongoing insecurities have worn him down, and this incident, spurred by a simple conversation with his sister, made him see me in a different light. He brought up how everyone, including myself, knew his sister as Angie, and I had even referred to her by that nickname. When I tried to explain my reaction to the messages, he dismissed my reasons as excuses and said he was done with the relationship. He felt it was best to break up as he didn't see a future for us anymore. I showed him that my bags were packed and I was ready to go home today, hoping for some reconciliation, but he was unmoved. His response was cold, almost like something out of a movie, and all I could see in his expression was pity. He said he would handle canceling the wedding plans and ensure that any money I spent would be refunded to my account. Before leaving, he told me he hoped I would find someone who could deal with my childishness and insecurities because he couldn't. He and 2 of his friends then brought all my belongings to my sister's house, unloaded everything on her lawn, and left. Now, I'm left devastated, unable to eat, and crying continuously. I know I was wrong, but it feels so harsh for our relationship to end over this. How can I possibly fix things now? Is there even a way to salvage this, or is it truly over?